It's time for somebody to say it. Logosh is bait, and you should not play him in Dragon Warrior. And it is my hope to convince you that this card is not good by the end of this video. So if you are a fan of Logosh, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel now, because by the end of this video, if you are a fan of Logosh, I'm going to absolutely ruin this card for you. And here's essentially why I feel like I need to talk about this card. Because the data suggests that the Logosh decks do not have nearly enough sustain in order to fight for the late game, and essentially just feel like an aggro deck with a fancy finisher that sometimes can activate. And that's my biggest problem with this card in general, is just the fact that you have to build your entire deck around it for a payoff that could maybe work if you're lucky. And there's been a lot of people that have been smack talking Fyrakk, and I feel like I would rather rely on Fyrakk in order to get that last bit of damage that I need every now and again. So today we're going to look at the data for Dragon Warrior, because I've honestly had a very insane win rate with this version of the deck that I am showing you guys now. I have climbed it all the way up to Legend from Diamond 5 with a 35 and 14 win rate, a 70% at the 10-star multiplier range, and I feel like this deck is just a great grind for anybody that is trying to just get out of Legend as quickly as possible. The games are quick. A lot of your games do come down to the key decisions that you have to make, and I feel like this deck has enough power in it to where it's not just all in on playing aggro, and if you don't hit your curve, then suddenly you don't have a chance anymore. That's my biggest issue with Dragon Warrior decks with Logosh in it, is that the deck is very dependent on key draws on key turns, and if that doesn't happen, it feels like your deck is just missing out on certain turns and certain developments to help it carry itself to those, you know, those Wind Peak Worm turns, those Ziliax turns that really bring you back. The Great Draco Rex is a fantastic card that you actually need to bridge the gaps to in order for it to make sense in the deck. So today we're going to take a look in depth at what's going on with Dragon Warrior under the surface, because Warrior is in a pretty fair spot right now. At a solid 50% right now. It's not really doing anything massively impressive or game-breaking, but Control Warrior is very good with the quest in it, as well as Dragon Warrior being one of the best decks to climb at top Legend. But all the other Warrior archetypes just don't really seem to do that much, which is probably the reason why it's around a 50%. But if you take a look at what's going on HSReplay right now, the most popular decks are all these decks with Logosh in it. If it's not a quest deck, it is a low-cost Dragon Warrior that is trying really hard in order to support this card. And one thing that I feel like just needs to be said when you take a look at the deck list itself is just how many cards go into this deck in order to support the Logosh. Not only do you have the 3 cards in the Fabled package, but you have 2 tradable cards, which are not that bad tech decisions, but are pretty much just in here to help you cycle through the deck and maybe hit those Logosh cards. You've also got the Plucky Paint Fin in order to support the Logosh, so that way you have this high roll consistently enabled, and you even go so far as to run Quality Assurance. And Quality Assurance is a great card in this deck, but you only are allowed to run 1 Illusionary Green Ring now, so that way you can try to hit your other taunt minion very consistently. There are just so many, you know, if this happens, then finally Logosh is good, and there are just way too many cards in this deck in order to support this kind of win condition that, let's be honest, is way too random in order to actively rely on it. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, damn near 9 cards in this deck in order to support this, even though Illusionary Green Ring isn't necessarily a bad card. It's just not what this deck needs. You have to play a lot more proactively, and that's the reason why I despise this archetype, because half of the time, look at the cards that are winning the game. It's your Gift Wrapped Whelp, your Dark Rider, your Stone Carver. Your early game tempo is what's winning you most of your games. So if that early game tempo isn't there, what are you going to do? So that's the reason why I like the idea of checking out this other list, because there's a lot of Warrior decks right now, but if you sort these Warrior decks, if you sort the Dragon Warrior decks by win rates, then you will have the best decks for this archetype, and almost none of them play Logosh. There's this one right here, but the deck that I really want to focus on is this deck with Fyrakk. It is right here. If you organize with all the Fyrakk decks, it's got a 56% win rate, 450 games, and I just feel like if more people were aware of this archetype, they would probably be playing it right now, because if you look at the data within the deck itself, I find it funny that Fyrakk is the highest mulligan win rate card. I don't understand how this is the thing. This is just one of those things with data. But the thing to really focus on is the fact that it's still the early game curve that is carrying the mulligan win rate of this deck. But the rest of the deck still has very respectable data in order to carry it throughout the game. If your early game tempo is not enough, you need to be able to transition into a mid-range, late game strategy that can maybe punish the control warriors that you for sure are going to encounter. It's just, this is one of those things that I really despise about aggro decks, where if your all-in strategy doesn't work, you are screwed. I like a deck to have a little bit of a backup plan in case plan A does not work. I have plan B through D now, and if all of those fail, then I lose the game, and it's not necessarily the worst feeling in the world if you go through all of your game strategies and suddenly they all get dismantled by like a control warrior with the perfect draws. This is why I like mid-range decks a lot more than aggro decks. And when you take a look on HS Guru as well, there's a lot of people that are trying this deck as well. A lot of streamers have had very successful numbers with this deck. Again, I went 35 and 14 with this deck on my way up to Legend, but it's got respectable data not only within the Legend ranks, but also this deck is seeing play in top 1000 Legend with a 57% win rate. So let's really look into the details of the deck that is Dragon Warrior without playing the worst Warrior Legendary in the game right now. Okay, it's not actually the worst, but ever since I opened the signature version of this card, I feel like it's just out to get me, and I have to shit talk it. So the first thing that we need to talk about is Elise. Is it worth building around in the deck? Yes, it is. This is just the best card in the game right now, especially if you're going first. Turn 4 Elise into turn 5 location is just a fantastic way for a lot of mid-range, late-game oriented decks to turn that corner and start being the one in the driver's seat. And when you're going second, you can really feel just how powerful that swing of tempo really is. And for this deck, in order to transition from its insanely powerful early game, if that's not good enough or it gets dismantled one way or another, then you have Elise essentially bridging the gaps in between the rest of your deck, and it's just a very good card in general to be running right now. I don't think I should go into the details on why Elise is powerful, but I will give my take on Elise being nerfed. I don't think this card necessarily needs to be nerfed. I feel like we need other decks to be as strong as Elise, because the problem that I see with this card is that it's the best in the game right now because of all of the nerfs that have happened as, you know, the years have gone on. I feel like there's been a lot of nerfs, and we're seeing a lot of cards that are very powerful still lead the pack, but there's not really a lot of other options in order to explore. And my biggest take at the end of the day is that Elise is everywhere because aggro decks are just bad. It's not just the fact that aggro decks can't keep these other decks in check, but it's better to play an aggressive deck with Elise in it than going all in on an aggro strategy that can also win games. So that's kind of the issue that I foresee with this card right now, is that aggro decks just seem to be, you know, the missing piece to keep this card from being omega popular. But regardless of my opinion on Elise, I think it's very good and you need it in this deck, which is why we are supporting the deck with a Tormented Dreadwing, a Chrono Lord Epic, Gnarlex, Ziliax, and Fyrakk in the deck, because it really is what gives it that late game push to keep up with things like DK, Warrior, and potentially things like Protoss Mage. If you go all in on aggression and they deal with your first couple of turns, it's really hard to win back that tempo, so you need a big push one way or another. So let's talk about the cards that some people are going to have a couple of questions about, like Chrono Lord Epic. How good is this card really, and why am I not playing a Nomelia as my 6th drop? To be honest, I feel like Nomelia is absolutely fine in this deck, but the biggest issue that a lot of people are going to have with Nomelia is finding that key turn for it to actually get value. No matter how you look at it, Chrono Lord Epic is a dragon that is going to sit in your hand and give you that much needed value for your whelps as well as your dragon riders. So it's just good to have that dragon every now and again. And it's just kind of funny how this card wasn't really that terrible when it was in my hand. If you're already ahead and your opponent is trying to build back the board and they haven't played like a bunch of spells or, you know, summoned minions in various ways, if they've just played cards from their hand, this is just a great tool in order to keep your tempo afloat and just keep your opponent at a disadvantage. And a lot of the times, your opponent's not going to think about playing around this card. So sometimes having a card like this that's very unexpected can legitimately win you games that you were not expecting to win. So Gnarlex makes sense with Fyrakk being in the deck, and if I'm going to be honest, If you're going to try and justify Logosh being in the deck with 3 cards that have to work together in order for it to start being good, then why not just play Fyrakk and Gnarlex, because it's still a good turn 8 that maybe can draw you cards, clear a board, or maybe be that Hail Mary lethal push that you need to go for. If you're going to justify Logosh being like a 1 in 4 for a chance of dealing 12 and maybe winning the game, then I don't want to hear any flack about playing Fyrakk on turn 8, because it's essentially the exact same setup with less pain to get to that point and potentially a lot more payoff for it. Draco Rex is a very good card for removing the board, especially against the mirror if you somehow are slowing them down and then you just lock them into a situation to where they have no value anymore. Draco Rex is just good into the meta right now. I don't think I need to explain why this card is good, but it just makes sense to run these particular cards because it supports the Elise and it just gives the deck a secondary win condition just in case your early game tempo is not enough. And the last card that I feel like I need to talk about is Dream Planner Zephyrs, because I at first really didn't believe in this card being necessary into the deck, but one thing that is very important about this card is the flexibility. And I know that seems obvious. It's like, yeah, you can get an AoE when you need it. You could go for damage when you need it. But one thing that a lot of people do not really think about is Extravagant Tour, going for a lot of mana. And in one game clip coming up ahead, you are going to realize the power of picking this option when you are in the very specific circumstance that it works in. But just wanted to give a shout out to Zephyrs because he will make an impact in this video. And that's really all I have to say about the list, because it just really is an aggressive deck with a mid-range secondary win condition to where if your early game tempo is not enough, then you have something else to fall back on. And in this particular meta, it feels like going all in on a certain strategy is just not good enough against the quest warriors you will be encountering, against the control DKs, and most importantly, the mirror itself. But if you guys have any questions about this deck, feel free to leave a comment down below asking me anything and everything about this deck, because I still believe that this could be a deck I could play in top 1000 Legend, but it's just one of those styles to where I have to play the deck very perfectly, and there might be like a narrow win condition to where if I'm not paying attention, I may miss it. And that's one thing I really enjoy about this deck, is that the decisions are simple, but they really do matter in order to win certain matchups. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. Twitch can't see this because this is on YouTube, but this is actually a YouTube response. He asked, what's Mind Goblin? No smiley face, no like, you know, like emote or anything next to it. He just asked what it was. Now he knows. I didn't know, but I nearly has. This is a classic like fuck around and find out moment, right? You just got signature epic? Yo, I guess you could use it in this deck. It's not like insane, but it works. All right, that is a turn 2 7/7. Remember the good old days of turn 4 7/7? Not good enough. Is he gonna go for attack? No.
Proportions look good.
This is gonna look wrong, but I need to make sure this thing sticks around. Leeches are just, it's insane how much value a leech can get. Ooh, that's scary. I can't stop that. Oh, that's uber annoying.
Proportions look good.
All right, maybe we could start doming him. I had him Mind Red Protoss Priest by clearing and milling. Mind rending these nuts in your mouth? How dare you? Like, I already know where you're going with this. I'm supposed to ask what's Mind Rend Protoss Priest, and then you're gonna hit me with that. I am familiar with this game. I was here when the rules were written. You thought you were going to get me. Like my bad card draw was. Like, oh my god, my bad card draw is killing me right now. Alright, I guess we're doing this now. Sure. Alright. I'm gonna do this for now. Clark is familiar with these nuts. Of course I do. There's a very popular business establishment. A very popular business establishment called Nuts on Clark. Of course I know about nuts. Oh god damn it. And Epic is doing a whole lot nothing right now. Oh my lord, the draws that we are getting are pretty as bad as it can be. It's as bad as it can be.
You were destined to fail.
All right, yeah, let's go. 6 mana, 8/6.
This power.
This guy's probably just dead.
Nothing gets
Okay, hold on. We have Draco Rex. Yo, Miko, what's going on, dude? Thank you for the 12 months, man. Oh yeah, I gotta tell you guys about the sub goal that I have decided to do. Go ahead and make my move real quick. All right, summon a minion I can kill. My boy, yes. Do my work for me. Goodbye. Goodbye. No one can handle him but me. He is the sleeper agent for me to win the game. Let's go. All right, let's go.
Over eager.
Let's say 3 to 5 days of variety. We're gonna do a thing where every month we're gonna try and hit like a different sub goal. We'll start at 200, then we'll go to like 250, then we'll go to 300, and every time we hit the sub goal, we'll do some variety. So that way we can like strive to do this kind of stuff. You know, have some other things to look forward to. I think it might be a good way of going about it. And one game for sure that I need to play as soon as possible is Subnautica. I also want to finish Hades 2.
I remember this place well.
I did a Hades 2 run yesterday, and I almost got the Chronos. It just made me miss some variety content. So that's what we're gonna do every month. We're gonna have a sub goal every month that we're gonna try and hit, and we're gonna do variety content every time I hit a sub goal. I think that's the way to start 2026 as effectively as we can. Okay, that's still a lot of damage.
I will not be denied.
Alright, if I can get a good Fyrakk, then I might be okay. We might be able to actually fatigue him. And the best part about the Octazari being dead is the fact that it gets in the way of those guys. Ah, yes! Oh, hold up. Hold on. I want to believe in the Fyrakk. I want to believe in him. Another one. Please! Okay, he's not dead. Woo! Oh, that's one.
This power.
I don't think the second one died, otherwise he'd for sure be dead, right? Is it really 1 damage off?
Blast.
Oh, I'm so good at this game, dude. Even when Octazari is not in my deck. Oh, he's such a good boy. I'm the only one who understands him. Ooh, wait a minute. This could be really good. Dude, I saw a meme on Reddit. Like that I really felt in my bones.
I never make two trips.
And once the poison minion was dead, you were done with it. No fuss, no muss. Back in my day, poisonous minions were easy to kill. And they weren't like, you know, like this. You know, like oh, wait a minute, I should have done it this way.
I will not be denied.
Sorry, I accidentally thought that this was my Elise location for a second, and then I realized very quickly that it wasn't. But I have a very toxic hand right now. No one tell Ava discovering Primordial Explorer from Primordial Explorer. Oh, dude, those were the days. Renew into renew. What a time to play Hearthstone when cards could discover themselves.
Always in trouble.
Okay, you know, this might be the greatest epic we've ever seen.
You were destined to fail.
This actually might be the greatest epic of all time. Unironically helping me to win this game, because now I can get even more poisonous minions. He actually won, dude. I would love to see Logosh end the game by turn 6. He literally can't. GG, bro. They gotta stop making multi-layered poisonous minions so annoying and unfun to fight versus. I mean, any removal tool is not gonna be fun to fight versus. You wanna know what else is unfun to fight versus? Lifesteal. You wanna know what else is unfun to fight against? Taunt Divine Shield. You know what else is annoying to fight up against? Divine Shield Lifesteal. You know? Like, the biggest issue with this kind of stuff is that it's not supposed to be an archetype that you want to play around. But it's like, how much of a death sentence is a blob on turn 4? You know what I mean? But then you gotta ask yourself, what about the days where you used to play Sludge Belcher, you know? Sludge Belcher was the same shit. Some decks would be like, oh my god, Sludge Belcher came down. My life is over. Game over, boys. Pack her up. Kilsiak's and hydration station was just the worst. It really was. Keyword salad, as I like to refer to it as. You know what else isn't fun to fight against? The rogue class. Yeah, but you wanna know what's fun to play? Rogue. Rogue has always had the issue of, god damn, it's really fun to play the archetype, but man, if I queue up against a rogue, am I gonna hate it? Playing rogue is just so fun. Is this the rare time where spending mana might actually be good? I'm gonna spend mana. Wait, I'm the fucking greatest, dude. Wait a minute. Nourish for mana. It's a play ice block. It's a fire. It's a Gnarlex Fyrakk. Oh crap. That's a little annoying, but we can deal with it, right? Maybe we wait on that ice block.
What horror will happen?
I will not be denied.
Alright. I mean, ice block isn't like that insane, but the nourish into this is pretty nuts, right? Depending on these next 2 turns, I might just get screwed though. Yeah, Ice Block is a great card when your max HP is 0. I mean, hey man, the Fyrakk though. Fyrakk will deliver us from death, right? I mean, this is a lot of damage, but let's not think about it. Save me, Fyrakk. Save me. Hello. Save me, Fyrakk! I mean, when you're him, you're him. Woo-hoo-hoo. There you go, brother. There you go. It's just, I mean, it's a skill diff, clearly.
You can't keep getting away with it!
The big thing here is, does he have, like, Corpse Explosion, right? That would just be the, I don't want to say the end all be all. Okay, wait, what is he doing? Oh, Fyrakk. Okay, all right. I mean, yours is going to be horrible, clearly. It's ah, yes. Yeah, like I said, his would be horrible, right? His would be absolutely horrible. Alright, Alright, hold on. How do I milk this? Ow. Okay, so that's explosive runes. Incendious? Wait, no, this could eat up the secret. But if I can't kill the board, then eating up the secret doesn't matter.
Must burn them all.
They haven't raised the alarm.
Haste.
Do not redeem the card! What? Do not redeem the card! No, 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 no!
Remain silent and unseen.
Fight for the wild.
I've got burned down into like Ziliax to come back. I think that was pretty solid. I think that was a pretty solid recovery there.
The citadel stands strong.
Oh wait, shit, we're still getting hit here. We might have thrown by not rolling the draw. Oh, but we drew the Ziliax anyway. It doesn't matter. Technically, we fucked up. God damn it! It's wow, we really fucked up. Jesus Christ, dude. Alright, whatever. Yeah, I know.
Go forth.
At least the rag hero power is gone. This only works with the Ysera now, right?
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
He's slowly running out of resources, and we're about to, like, gain a bunch of cards. Yeah, dude, that Supernova single-handedly put us back in the game. Ooh, that's really annoying.
Looks like we've got a fight for the age.
Haste.
I'm gonna wait on this for now. It's just really easy for him to like clear everything if I just do this versus like next turn I go a little bit taller or a little bit wider and then buff everything. Because like this deck doesn't have a corpse explosion, right? Because this is the tempo deck. Wait, what? It's been double unholy this entire time? Wait, hell, at the same time, I could just kill him here. Gotta wait for my worm. Yeah, oh, how the tables have turned.
Get down.
Oh, it's kind of annoying. I have an idea.
I will not be denied.
I'm so good. There you go. That's how you do it. It's not easy to be like me, but you know, Oh, so it's just over. Okay. All right. Ooh. Oh man. Oh jeez. I've been taking a break from making Protoss players cry, and I've been giving Regis's Location Priest a spin. It's actually surprisingly good. Only because it's a priest deck, you know? Oh my god! It's so good! Nah, we're gonna do this every time. Good lord, man. Clark enjoying aggro? I've always enjoyed dragons, you know? Like, I gotta be for real. Dragon decks just always make me happy. If I just do this, does he just concede in anger? Because he knows he can't deal with it. Screw it. Have you ever imagined dragons? Oh man, yeah, imagine dragging these nuts on your chin. Oh, you think I didn't see that one coming? Oh my lord, this with charge sounds like a great idea.
What pretty petals!
Alright, very sad that this doesn't get a buff. But we have a lot of damage in hand. How disrespectful. The one for it. If he does like a big turn, I could just counter it with the Epic. It's actually kind of funny how Epic is really good in like board-based matchups. Like we've got to fight for the ages. Okay, that may not be good for me. At the same time, it could be good for me if I fall behind. He's really got to think about if he lets me keep this.
Look upon me, the aspect of.
All right, he's gonna keep it. What a ballsy keep. As he goes and trades, oh dude. Well, now I just have to kill him.
I will not be denied.
He just invited me to hit him in the face, and I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's dance.
Portions look good.
Find me in the dream.
Oh, damn it. He's just the best.
You were destined. I will not be denied.
He's like actually just the best. This is the second time the Chrono Lord has actually won the game. Imagine having Logosh like that guy did. Well, there you guys have it. 12-1 on the ladder. This deck is actually dummy good right now. All right, as long as he doesn't cliff dive at a double 8/8, I should be fine. God damn it. All right, hold on. I need a deal damage card from this. Discount to 4. Oh, that Fell Hunter was so well timed, man. Ooh, this would taunt? Wait a minute. I mean, I'm still dead to cliff dive, but let's not think about that. Does this save me? Does this like unironically save me? You! Wait, it's elusive! He's so dumb! He actually tried. No fucking way, dude! No way! I gotta keep myself alive. Oh my god, dude. I almost conceded this game. Like, I actually almost conceded this game. Wait, how does this work? If he attacks with the Ziliax, how much health does he gain? Is it just 1? Haha! And then that goes back into the dude, we just won because of this. Oh my god. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go, bro. Like, okay, I wonder if he had any lines to stop that minion. Or did that minion just win the game? It having taunt just completely carried. Yeah, what a dark gift, dude. Oh my lord. Winning an unfavorable like that just